Oh, yeah. You know it's me. You looking at something? Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Untethered Live on a Wednesday night. I'm your host, Jake Johnson, and tonight is a chill stream night. And I'm excited. I got a new toy. I'll show you in just a minute. I got a new toy and a new toy on the way. I'm excited about it. It's lovely. It's nice to be loved. My glasses are dirty. Hang on. Gracious. Look at them pretty green eyes, all puffy and hiding behind glasses. I've been working all day. I forgot to clean my glasses. Excuse me while I clean my glasses. That's better. All right, I can see. How is everybody? What's going on in your world? Amanda says, hi, Untethered Live family. Good to see y'all. Happy hump day. Camel, camel. I hope everybody is doing good. Hi, Jake. How are you tonight? And I don't know who loves you. I know who loves me. It's obvious. I'll show you in just a minute. Aaron says, heart, heart. What's up, Aaron? Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? How's the world treating you out there? And Amanda says, Aaron, you're first in chat, so you get the gold star. First for being in chat. Here's to you, brother. Nice. Oh, look at Amanda's brand new J-tag. Look at that. She's got the badge. She's got the one. She's been here a long time. Congratulations on your new badge, Amanda. Looks good. It looks all official and regal. Makes you look like a queen over there. And Amanda says, hi, Aaron. And Aaron says, Amanda gets the gold star for being first in chat. She don't get a gold star. She works here. She's got her hands in the gold stars, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, Amanda says, nope. I work here. You get the gold star. You get the gold star. And Aaron says, I hope you're both good tonight. Thank you. I hope you're good too. And I am. Fantastic. We just had pizza and chicken wings. It's lovely. It's a good Wednesday night meal. We don't usually eat out, but we did tonight. Had a lot of running around to do, but we got her done. Amanda says, we are great. Thank you for asking. How are you doing tonight? Right on. Aaron says, my soul is tired. Ain't we all, buddy? And we should give my star to the pup that's so cute. That's it. They should just chew on it. Just chew it up. John H. says, hello, everybody. Hey, John, how you doing? Amanda says, well, dang, man. Can't please you with a pleasing stick. Sorry you're tired. And she's too rotten for a star. She is. She'd chew it up. It wouldn't be a star, it'd be a circle, because she'd chew all the little points off of it. Amanda says, hi, John. And Colin Hildebettel says, hey, everybody. Today I saw a person on live stream debating if God was real. Congratulations. You've met other people. He's wrong, but, you know, unless he's the pro side of that argument. But how was it? Did you enjoy it? I enjoy those kind of debates because I like to see what kind of nonsense people come up with to deny the existence of God, and they come up with some doozies. Amanda says, hi, Colin. And oh, yeah, can you dig it? Yes, it can. And Amanda says, you don't have that, Colin. People debating the lack of the existence of God, but that's because they don't know any better. They're on a journey to knowing better. And when they learn, they'll understand there is a God, and he's been there the whole time. Colin says, and 3 nights ago, I asked God to clear my mind from all the worry of my past and any homosexual thoughts I have. Not worried about that since. Well, I hope not. Are you having homosexual thoughts there, buddy? That's not a good thing to have. Amanda says, that's good, Colin. Linda Davis is here. Hi, Linda. How are you, sweetie? She says, hi, everybody. Hearts and wavy hands. And Colin says, I know, Amanda. And Amanda says, hi, Linda Hun, heart exclamation point. And thank you. I look professional, LOL. Yep. That J tag makes you look all professional. Y'all see Amanda's new J tag? She just earned it. She's made it through all 12. Amanda Hammer, cop, LOL. Right on. That's a J badge, not a J tag. Colin says, and last night I loaded a lawnmower without all the big stuff like the motor, axle, and I loaded the mower without the deck all by myself. And then I put the deck on, so guess I'm stronger than I think. Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back there, buddy, but you did a good job. Colin says, well, Jake, those thoughts have been with me since I did that thing I told you about. You didn't tell me about a thing, buddy. You need to scrub your mind with some Ajax and get those thoughts out of there. Whatever thing you did, you need to not do that anymore. And I don't remember what you're referring to because I don't think you told me that. I think you might have told somebody else that and thinking you told me. But Amy Elizabeth says, evening. Hey, Amy, how are you? April Rain's here. She says, hey, Amanda, Jake, Linda, John, Aaron with 2 A's. Colin, good to see you all. Much love. Hearts and smiley faces. And Amanda says, hey, Amy and April. Ninja Rider. What's up, Ninja? I sold my 600 Ninja yesterday, and I've been all sad all day long. Why'd you sell it? I thought you loved it. Do you have a better one? I'm sorry for your loss. Aaron says, hi, Amy and April. And April says, hi, Amy and Ninja. Good to see you. Amy says, liked and shared. Ah, nice. Didn't invite any friends this time? Amanda says, that's what 12 months of J-tags will get you. A nice, shiny J-badge. Look at that J-badge. It's fantastic. It's pretty. And it's got purple on it. It's your favorite color. Speaking of favorite colors, I got a new favorite color. Spruce. Would you like to see what I got today? I went to pay a bill, and while paying the bill, got handed a surprise that I wasn't expecting. Feast your eyes on this. That's what I got today. A lovely, sweet Takamine G-Series guitar, one of my favorites. And she is lovely. Very beautiful. It's a 2013, so it's relatively new. Sounds like a champ. Anyway, this was a gift from my honey to me. I don't know why I got a gift coming, but she gave me one, and I love it. So thank you very much. And I hope you guys like the way it looks, because this is the one I'm going to be playing on the show for a while. Amanda says, hi, April Hun, and hi, Ninja. Amy says, I appreciate the prayers for John, but he didn't make it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Amy. Well, he's with the Father now, and that's a better place to be. God bless him and his family and you as well. And Ninja says, yeah, I still got my baby, the 250 Ninja. Right on. April says, hi, Amanda. How are you doing? And Amanda says, April, look. Look at our badges. April's got one, too. Look at there. You guys have been here a long time. Nice. April says, oh, cool, a new badge. That's neat. Yep. That's the official one. You get one of those, you are in charge. Ninja says, I bought it to resell it, but I had fun while I had it. Time to get another one. Right on. I wouldn't mind riding a Ninja. Probably kill myself on the thing. Amy Elizabeth says, pretty. April says, OMG, how pretty. Yeah, isn't it? It's lovely. It's spruce and mahogany, handcrafted Only the finest. 𝕉𝕉𝕉𝕝𝕃𝕚. I don't know if you can see that clearly or not. There you go. Pretty. I love the headstock design, too. John says, I took the day off yesterday to visit my son in prison. Haven't spoke to him in 5 years. When he gets out, he's going to stay with me, and I'm going to keep him on the straight and narrow. Well, I hope you can there, John. It's not a good thing to be in prison, but God bless your son. I'm sure it'll be just fine. April says, she is lovely. Yes, she is. She sounds lovely, too. It's a fantastic guitar. It's one of my favorites. As far as modern guitars go, in my opinion, this is the best one. Other than this one, it'd have to be a Gibson, acoustic guitar, something like that. But as far as as far as modern builds like Yamaha, 𝕉𝕉𝕉𝕝𝕃𝕚, all those different kinds, Epiphone, Martin. I think this one blows a Martin out of the water, but that's just me. A lot of people swear by Martin guitars, but I don't particularly care for them. I like a bright guitar, and Martins are kind of muddy, in my opinion. Music is subjective, though, so everybody has their own opinion. Linda says, very pretty. Thank you. I think so, too. She's beautiful. Amanda says, I'm glad you love it, baby. You work hard for us, and you deserve it. Well, yes, I do work hard, but I don't do it for gifts. I do it for love. But as long as you're giving gifts, this is a good one to get, so I appreciate it. Can't wait to jam on it. April says, nice, Amanda. You did good. She did. She knew exactly what to get, too. Most of the time when people buy me things like this, I grit my teeth and hope for the best because it's usually something stupid. People don't understand about guitars. They're very unique, To each guitar player has their own way of doing things and their own personal likes and dislikes. And also, there's a quality issue. And most of the time, people go for cheap and don't realize what they're buying. And if they don't know anything about guitars, they're liable to make a big mistake and buy something flashy that isn't worth anything. But she went right for the gold. This is a good one. A good buy. It's got a great case that goes with it, too. Very nice, hard plush case. Locking, whole 9 yards. Beautiful. It's a fantastic purchase. Thank you. I'm honored by it. Amanda says, thank you, April. And April says, Amy, sorry. Hold on. Chat jumped right when I was about to read it. Amy, sorry to hear about John. God bless him, and so sorry to hear that. Me too. And John says, prayers for John. So sorry, Amy. Heart. And Amanda says, sorry, Amy. Amy says, John H., everyone deserves a second chance. The stronger the support system, the greater his chances at success. True. And Ninja says, something that goes 160 miles per hour ain't for me anyway. Right on. Get you killed. If you can go that fast, you probably will go that fast, and it's not a good place to be. Colin says, and I got a haircut today, so I can look good for the ladies. Nice. Always nice to get a haircut. April says, Colin, awesome. How old are you, by the way? I think around 14. I'm not sure. Ninja says, I had time to rebuild my 250 Ninja engine, and I got it back installed today, and tomorrow I will be hooking up everything, and I'll have a new tire Saturday. So you're going to be riding by Monday, huh? Hopefully. Colin says, I'm 15. All right. That was close. Well, here's to you, Colin. Happy 15. That's a great cup of coffee. Tonight's episode is brought to you by this hot cup of coffee. This is a regular cup of Joe, and I appreciate the people that support the show with the coffee. Don't you want to have a cup with me and talk about this guitar, this 𝕉𝕉𝕉𝕝𝕃 G-Series guitar? If so, go to the kitchen, pour up a nice hot cup of coffee. Let's get this conversation rolling. I'll play you a song or two. If you don't have a cup, though, you can get one in the description below. I recommend the first one. It has my face on it. But There are many new choices there, including stainless steel tumblers, a small one and a big one. They keep your coffee nice and hot. They look great on a coffee table. They hold very well. They don't burn your hand, and they hold liberal tears. And if you chuck them at somebody, they'll leave a mark. So get one while supplies last. They are awesome. I'm getting one. And there's also T-shirts and other things there, and handbags, and just all kinds of stuff. So go check out the store down below. Like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chats are available in the chat box. If you want to show a little bit of love, you want to throw a little clang-a-lang in my direction, if you want to, you can do that right there. Or hit that Cash App, $JakeJohnsonBand. And one last thing. If you would like a place to hang out with everybody that's outside of the YouTubeverse, outside of the oppressive finger of YouTube and having to have me around all the time, you can do that by going to facebook.com/UntetheredLive family. The link is in the chat, and I appreciate you showing up and checking it out. And it's a great place to hang out and share pictures, videos, texts, and chats, and keep up with everybody and all things Untethered Live Universe, all in the same place outside of the show, so I appreciate that. Now, what do you guys want to hear on this brand new guitar that I have? It's slightly used, but very pretty now. John H. says, thank you, Amy. Heart. Linda says, okay now. You all have my full attention. I'm done cleaning up from dinner. Awesome. I just had pizza, so we just had paper plates. Dishes done. Rich S. says, hey, what's up, Rich? Nice to see you. And April says, nice age, Colin. I wish I was 15 again for sure. But I'd have to know then what I know now if I was going to go back. I believe that's the way it'd have to be. Ninja says, also, pray for April. They took her son off the ventilator today, and he passed away at 1:30 this afternoon. I'm sorry to hear that. God bless her son and her. I know that's a tough thing to go through. Nobody should ever have to lose a child. We're just having a rough day today, aren't we, folks? May the Lord be with all of you, and may he bless and keep you and give you the strength you need to required, and may his will always be paramount in your lives. In Jesus' precious name we pray, amen. I hope that helps. Amanda says, hi, Rich. Colin says, I'm still more worried about school. You shouldn't be worried about anything. You're 15 years old, brother. Ninja says, I'm kind of fond of Fender guitars. Kind of fond of Fender guitars. Yeah, I like Fender guitars, all right. I have a plethora of Stratocasters and Telecasters and one Stratoacoustic, which I use regularly. That's my regular workhorse, the Stratoacoustic. It's a great guitar. It's that wide, so it doesn't feel cumbersome to play. This one's a little wide for my taste, but it sounds wonderful, so it's worth it. And it does have that cutaway, so I can get up here on the neck if I need to. Which is want to happen when you're the only guitar player in the band. You kind of got to do everything. So I do like Fender guitars. I am a Fender man. But as I grow older, I began to appreciate the finer things in life. The Gibson Les Pauls and the, higher end quality things, round ball fret ends and, exotic woods and things like that. So if I'm going to have an expensive guitar, this is a good one to have. And it is an expensive guitar. It's middle of the road. It's not in the $1,000 range, but it's right there at it. It's an $800 guitar. It's kind of in the middle. Most middle of the road is $600. This one's $800. So it's got mahogany and spruce, American spruce right there. And it is handcrafted, so it's got that going for it. And it's well made. Takamine has a good reputation. As a matter of fact, they are the manufacturer that manufactures all of Garth Brooks's guitars. So, there's some big names attached to Takamine. So it's not a piece of junk by any stretch of the imagination. It's a good quality guitar. And I'm going to enjoy playing it. But I do like Fenders. I've been a Fender man most of my life, so I'm with you there, buddy. And I currently have about 6 Stratocasters and about 4 Telecasters and a few other ones. 2 hollow bodies. April says, Ninja, that's so sad. I'm sorry to hear that. OMG. April is in our prayers, love. Amen. Ninja says, thank you. Hang on. Ninja says, thank you. I've never seen her so broken up, and there's no way I could understand what it would feel like to lose a son. No, that is a pain all in unto itself. No parent should ever have to experience that. We're supposed to die first. The kids are supposed to outlive us all the time, but it don't always work that way. But to even imagine something like that is impossible. Amy says, God tests us on a routine basis. He makes us stronger. It don't feel like it sometimes, but he does. Well, if it don't kill you, it will make you stronger. But whoever said God couldn't put more on you than you could handle did not read the Bible, because he often puts more on you than you can handle. You're supposed to handle it anyway. Batshit Crazy says, hey, folks, what's up, Bat? Nice to see you. Linda says, I'm sorry to hear that, Ninja. That has to be every mother's nightmare. And father. Believe that. Amanda says, hi, Pat. April says, yep, you got a beautiful lady, Jake. The best. Figuratively and literally. Thank you. April says, Linda, I was thinking the same thing. Wow, I know that's hard. And Amanda says, aw, April, thanks. Yep. She was talking about the guitar. She was. She's a beautiful lady, too. April says, hi, Pat. You're welcome. You deserve so much in your life, so much love in life, says April. We all do. We all deserve to love one another and have other ones love us, and it's a beautiful thing to be loved. It's good to be loved. If you don't have that in your life, you're missing something. You're missing the point. And you need to find it immediately. However you go about doing it, however it takes, whatever it takes, whatever you need to do, whatever you need to fix, whatever you need to change, whatever, you need to find somebody that loves you, because life is a long, laborious task without that reprieve of love. So I wish that for all of you. I hope everybody has somebody that loves them. And not just physical, just love, just appreciation, just somebody that knows you're there. It means a lot. Guitar's got me all emotional tonight for some reason. Who knew? He's human. Amanda says, what do we do when we run out of wall space to hang guitars? Start leaning them up in the corners. Every room has 4 of them, at least. April says, I'm going to make me a cup of coffee now. Absolutely. Use an Untethered Live cup. It'll make it taste better. I just had me a cup of coffee made, and it's delicious. Lovely. April says, LOL. I don't know, Amanda. Do you have a stand? We have lots of stands. Yes. We got wall hangers. We got stands, cases. She said, I didn't think this through. Now there's another case on the floor. It's a nice case. Isn't that something? Use it as a nightstand. April says, yes, for sure, Jake. Shoot, I'll put it in the bed. I ain't worried about it. Amanda says, yep, but they look better on the wall. They do that. One Piece at a Time by Johnny Cash. It's a good song. I don't know that one, but I'll play you some Johnny Cash. Aaron says, which April? Not our April. April that's a friend of Ninja's. And April says, Kevin is home now. Hey, Kev, look what I got. Ain't she pretty? Ninja says, my really good friend, April. I believe we met her the other night, Aaron. John says, I had cheese and onion omelet tonight. Nice guitar, Jake. Thank you, John. I love it. EA says, Salam alaikum. What's up, EA? Nice to see you. Come on in, take your shoes off, and marvel over this beautiful guitar. Aaron says, oh, the other one. Tell her I'm sorry, Ninja. Patty Donahue says, oh, crap, I'm late. You're not late. Look what I got, Patty. This was a gift that I got today from my girlfriend. Isn't that sweet? Girlfriend / wife / whatever. Amanda says, hi, EA. And Ninja says, what I will do. Tell April our condolences. Amanda says, hi, Patty. And April says, hi, Patty, love, heart. EA says, hello, Abdullah. Hello, EA. Nice to see you. EA says, hello, all. Aaron says, hey, Patty Wagon. Knick-knack Patty Wagon. Peppermint Patty. Patty Wagon. I like that. April says, hi, EA. How are you? And Patty says, hello, ladies. EA Sports. It's in the game, says Aaron. LOL. Right on. EA says, April Rain, thank God I am fine. That's fantastic that you are. It's me. What's up? He says, Yamaha makes great stuff for a great price. You are absolutely right. One of my favorite guitars that I've ever owned growing up was a dark brown Yamaha standard, I guess. I don't know what the brand was, but it was Yamaha. And they make great sounding acoustic guitars. They got it right. They nailed it. And they're cheap as far as acoustic guitars go. And electrics. The Yamaha Pacifica is akin to a Squier. It's got the same kind of quality as a Fender Squier. But you're absolutely right. Yamaha makes a great guitar. This is not a Yamaha. This is a Takamine. And it is not a cheap guitar. It's in the middle of the road. And I don't think I currently own a Yamaha guitar, but I have owned them in the past, and I do like them, and I stand by that. Patty says, hello, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Nice, Patty. EA says, Aaron, yes. John says, prayers to everyone in chat. Thank you, John. And likewise, prayers to you, sir. April says, good to hear, EA. Good to see you, love. Amanda says, hi, it's me. What you been up to? It's me. I hadn't seen you in a while. April says, it's me. Good to see you, love. Heart, heart. And EA says, thank you, April. It's mutual. Batshit Crazy says, Yama. Ha. Ya-ma. Ha. Riding in the sky. Sorry. Chicka-ow. Ooh, chicka-wow-wow. It's me says, hey, April. Hey, Amanda. Aaron says, I miss being loved. I love you, Aaron. In a strictly no homo kind of way. And April says, yes, Jake. Thank you, ma'am. That's the best feeling in the world. That and having God in your life. Amen. Well, God in your life is love, and he loves you. So there is that. So if you don't have love of a person, at least have love of God. And if he's in your life, he loves you. He loves you even if he isn't in your life, but you can't feel it. John says, I got my kids that I love, and they love me. I don't need nothing more. I do not. But thank you. And I'm proud of that for you. April says, John, that's wonderful. It is. Amy says, start hanging guitars from the ceiling. Right on. They can go up there. It's a little tricky, but we can get them up there. Ninja says, I am loved by my wonderful woman. I am loved by many wonderful women. Number one being my mama. Well, count your blessings, Ninja. Some of us don't have those anymore. And my mama in particular was my best friend. She didn't tell me where to come and go or anything like that. She didn't tell me what to do. She wasn't that kind of mama. We were just buddies. You know, she was my buddy. And I told her everything, and she was the only person that could put up with me for longer than 20 minutes at a time. And when she left, I started spiraling, and I have never stopped. I've been spiraling ever since. That's 2015, and I'm lost without her. Believe that. April says, amen, Ninja Love. Really digging the J tag, Jake. I love it. It's awesome. That's a J badge. You graduated to a badge. Or a shield. Could be a shield. New strings. Better. It's me says, is that... Hang on. Is that full scale length dread? It is a concert, but it is full length. Yes, it is. This is a concert, not a dreadnought. It's got a big fat back. And it's me says, Garth Brooks made Takamine famous. I don't know if he made them famous, but he definitely used a lot of them, and they became visible with Garth Brooks. But they've been making Takamine since the 70s. And they originally were made by one guy, and he made them until he died. And then I guess his family took over the company or somebody bought it. I'm not sure. And they're still made by hand, but it's more of a assembly line kind of thing now than it used to be. It used to be he made every single guitar exactly like he wanted to, one at a time, to order. And if you got one of those, you got something. That's a $2,000, $3,000 guitar. This one is a $800-$900 guitar. Amanda says, he did, it's me. I couldn't pass this one up, though. It sounds absolutely beautiful. Yes, it does. Aaron says, I got a James Taylor song stuck in my head. Fire and Rain? There we go. That string is giving me trouble. I didn't wind it properly or something. It's slipping on me. Ninja says, I can't have one girlfriend because they say I have too many girlfriends. That's so strange. Well, cut down on the girlfriends there, Ninja. I don't have time for more than one girlfriend. I literally cannot keep up enough energy to please more than one woman at a time. So they don't have to worry about me cheating. I'm too tired. Fire and Rain. Right on. Linda says, what song? Fire and Rain. Bill Bennett says, howdy, Untethered Live family. You all rock. What's up, Bill? Nice to see you, buddy. Aaron says, it reminds me of my mom. My mom was a fiery redhead. It reminds me of her, too. She'd cloud up rain all over you. Rich S says, has anyone ever experienced hypnotherapy? It's not frowned upon in Christianity, is it? To that, I would say be careful how you open the door. Something might walk in. Your mind is a doorway to your soul, and if you allow the doors open, anything could come in, so be very careful with that. That being said, I personally don't believe in hypnotism. I don't think it works. Maybe it works on a certain group of people. It does not work on me. People have tried to hypnotize me before, and it failed. And I don't understand why they keep doing it. Anyway. Maybe that helps. Amanda says, you forgot to change your lower third. I did, didn't I? Thank you. There. Done. Now it says the right thing. Linda says, good song. Now I'm singing it in my head. Right on. Ninja, excuse me. Ninja says, I like that old time rock and roll. What kind of music moves my soul? Yeah, it's good stuff. Let me see if I can get this thing going for you. taking more records off the shelf. I said listen to them by myself. Today's music ain't got no damn soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Just give me that old time rock and roll. Your kind of music, Lord, soothe my soul. Reminisce about the days of old, with that old time rock and roll. Don't try to take me on a tango. You never even get me out on the floor. Today's music ain't got no damn soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Just give me that old time rock and roll. Your kind of music, Lord, soothe my soul. I reminisce about the days of old, where that old time rock and roll. There you go. Yeah. Good stuff, man. John says, play a song, Jake. I just did. You want another one? Bill Bennett says, Ninja, you only need one woman. Right on. The rest of them hold the ladder while she screws the light bulb. Aaron says, LOL, Linda. Jam to my thoughts. Jam to my thoughts. I like it. Ninja says, they're just really good friends. I hear you, man. But yes, 100%, I would welcome just one woman. Well, you need one, at least. Amanda says, hi, Bill. I think I missed you when you came in. Sorry. It's me says, I hope y'all are well-being. I hope you all have good well-being. Gotta go rest my achy back. Your achy breaky back. See you soon, Jake. It's me. God bless you, sir. Rest that achy breaky back. Yeah. Amanda says, good night, it's me. And Aaron says, is that Bob Seger? It is Bob Seger, yes. Old time rock and roll. Another Bob Seger tune that I really like. It goes like this. What are your thoughts? Anyway, it's a good song. Amanda says, yes, Aaron. Aaron says, I'm good at this. Yeah, you are. Patty says, wow. Thank you, Patty. Amanda says, LOL, Aaron. And April says, singing along. Let's see what this thing sounds like when it plays a little Jake Johnson. Get it in tune first. I knew something wasn't right. All right. Here you go. It's raining like the devil outside my window. Coldest night in April is in the wind. Every drop I hear falling, I hear your voice calling. Lord, it tears my whole world all apart. And here it comes again, the lightning, the thunder and wind. That rain keeps falling and it takes me home again. Here it comes again. Lightning strikes a power pole, all the lights go out. Then I finally realize what my life has been about. Then the walls I built around me, they slowly tumble down. Pieces shatter as they fall the ground. And here it comes again, the lightning, the thunder and wind. That rain keeps falling and it's calling me home again. Here it comes again. Here it comes again. Raining like the devil outside my window. The coldest night in April is in the wind. There you go. A little original for you. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, while I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I woke up, dear, I was mistaken. Don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. There you go. Really? Really? April says, awesome, Jake. That sounds good. Thank you, dear. Ninja says, singing, Jake? Heck yeah. Right on. He does sound good, says Patty. Thank you, ma'am. April says, hi, Bill. Good to see you. Amy says, you're supposed to sing that song in a button-down shirt and tighty-whities and socks and sunglasses. I can do this for you. If that's what you want to see, I'll hook you up, darling. Aaron says, thunder rolls. Okay. Jesus. I am playing Attack-A-Mania. Hang on. The thunder rolls. There you go. A little something like that. Copyright claim all over the place. How about that? Just for your entertainment. I will not be able to make any money on this video tonight. Can't play Garth Brooks on YouTube. Don't believe me? Go find a first-person source of Garth Brooks on YouTube. You won't find it. He has no videos on YouTube. There are videos of him, but somebody else took them. Amanda says, man, I love the way that guitar sounds. So crisp and clear. You should hear it in person. It's got one little buzz in it. I need to adjust the neck a little. I still haven't got it worked out, but it's brand new. Give me time with it. I got to polish the frets, make sure they're all level, and then adjust the neck back a little bit because it's a little bit high for my taste. No problem. Quarter turn on the old truss rod, and that's that. And she'll be playing like butter. April says, hit that like button, everybody, and subscribe, share, and support. And for the love of God, feed Jake. He's been a good dog, my best friend, right through it all. If I die before I wake, feed Jake. If I die before I wake, feed Jake. There you go. Aaron says, no, turn the page. My bad. I played it. April says, sounds amazing. Thank you. Singing along. Thank you. This is Turn the Page. Bob Seger, says Amanda. Back then. And you are my sunshine. I played it. Guitar sounds crisp. Beautiful. Thank you, John. April says, Bob is awesome. Yes, he is. Working on a night move. Run on by the I'm working on a night move. Something like that. Whew. That was my lullaby as a baby. There you go. How about that? Linda says, Ninja, I used to sing that song to my boys when they were little. Amanda says, yes, John. I used to sing professionally when I was little, and now I'm just a scratchy, poppy kind of raspy feller on YouTube. Aaron says that guitar is sexier than naked camel legs. I have both. Ninja says, my mom used to sing it to me when I was a baby. My mom wasn't very much of a singer. Rich ass says, I just ate a bite of turned cream cheese. Blech. I will be ill soon. You should be. If you ate turned cream cheese, blech. Nasty. You should wash your mouth out with butter immediately. I don't know that it'll help, but it would be funny. April says, Rich, OMG. And Amanda says, it is, Aaron. See why I had to get it for Jake? It's a perfect package. Aw, thank you. So sweet. Somebody's getting lucky tonight. Linda says, dang, Amanda and Ninja, you guys are making me feel old. Aw. Don't feel old. Don't feel old. Feel justified because you made it. Amanda says, LOL Ninja and Linda. Oh, sorry. LOL Linda, Ninja and I are the same age. And Aaron says, nah, Linda, I'm 42 and I know these. April says, Linda, you don't look old, lovely. Nope. Lovely. And Ninja says, most definitely 44 years old with a 20-year-old spirit. Nah, I'm the opposite. I'm 50 years old with a 2,000-year-old spirit. And I feel every ounce of that. Every ounce of it. Or every, I don't know if ounce is the right word. Every minute of it. I feel every second of 2,000 years old. April says, Ninja, that's awesome. Linda says, thank you, but 60 is just around the corner for me. Me too. And barreling down quickly. Rich says, not sure if you're a better preacher or singer. Thank you, Rich. I'm not sure if that was a compliment. One of them I've been doing for 40 years. One of them I've been preparing for 40 years, but only been doing for 10. And you're catching me at the tail end of my ability. I used to be quite the singer, but I've gotten old, and I'm not doing so well. COVID really did a number on me. I like to lost everything over that. Amanda says, I don't know about all that, Ninja. LOL, maybe 35. Amanda says, both, Rich. She thinks I'm both. I think I'm hanging on by the skin of my teeth on both. And Amanda says, absolutely beautiful, Jake. Thank you, ma'am. Ninja says, when I wake up in the morning, I don't hear no popping sounds, so I think I'm still good. You just wait, Ninja. You just wait, buddy. When I wake up in the morning, it takes me 30 minutes to realize I'm alive. The first 30 minutes, I'm wondering where I'm at and who I am and why I can't see or feel. And what is this liquid on the side of my face? And then when I finally get my bearings, it takes me another 30 minutes to get off the bed, cracking and popping and falling over and dizzy. And after I get my coffee, though, I'm good. April says, woohoo, bravo, Jake. What do you guys want to hear? Enough about me. Let's sing about you. Rich says, you got a voice that could charm the birds out of trees. Is that like having a face that could stop a clock? Your lovely transcends time, which is a beautiful way of saying your face could stop a clock. Yep. Linda says, I agree, Rich. I could make birds flee for their lives. What is that? April says, Rich, that's charming. I think it was an insult. A good one, though. Nice insult. Rich says, I've heard some pretty amazing voices, but yours is, well, it's pretty amazing, too. Well, thank you. It's not, but I appreciate the confidence. It is perfectly adequate, my voice. And it used to be a little better than it is now, and I usually could sing a little higher than I do now, but I'm still plugging along. And my fingers are half numb now. That's a thing from a motorcycle accident not too long ago, so I can't really feel my hands anymore. So it's all like compounding on me that, hey, you're not going to be able to do this forever. So I do it every chance I get anyway. Amanda says, definitely, Rich. And Aaron says, tears in heaven. Yeah, I can't sing that one. It's too high. Something like that. Anyway. April says, my dog wants my food. Ugh. That'd be better if it was the other way around, right? Amanda says, man, that guitar sounds great. It does. Now, you don't have to brag on it. I'm playing it. That's good enough bragging. I have 30 guitars. This is the one in my hands. 31 guitars. This is the one in my hands. You dig? And Aaron says, thumbs up, wavy, wavy in America. Amanda, you get to hear it up close. Right on. I sing Sweet Nothing to her all the time, though. Amanda says, I do. Ninja says, oh, yes, I'm sure my phone speaker is no comparison to the crisp sound that Amanda's hearing. We need to get you some better speakers, buddy. Amanda says, doing the pee-pee dance. Be right back. Amy says that. I hear you. How's that go? Something like that. Amanda says, this is true. It's so crisp I can feel it in the next room. That's nice. Well, it's because of the thickness of it. It's a concert guitar, so it throws. It's got good volume, good quality volume. She's used to me playing my thin line acoustics, and they don't have much volume, so they don't sound very loud. This one sounds loud. Sounds like it's got an amplifier built in. Let's see here. I got a funny feeling everybody swears. I forgot the song. I just wanted you to know. That's a good song. I just can't remember it. Damn. I miss Toby Keith. That guy could sing. Girl, the way you move me, quite the way you move me tonight. Something like that. I can't remember. Anyway. Rich says, what's the difference between a professional guitar player and a large pizza? The pizza can feed a family of 4. That's harsh, buddy. That's harsh. That hurt me. Play me an old song for this old lady. Old song for this old lady. How old? You want like old or old? Old. Let me see. What do we got here? We went out on a date in my daddy's car. We hadn't really gone that far. And out on the road, up ahead, a car was stalled. The engine was dead. I couldn't stop, so I swerved to the right. I'll never forget the sound that night. Screaming tires, the busting glass, the painful sound that I heard last. Oh, where could my baby be? The Lord's took her away from me. She's gone to heaven, so I've got to be good, so I can see my baby when I leave this world. Well, when I woke up, the rain was pouring down. There were people standing all around. Something warm was pouring in my eyes. I found my baby somehow that night. I lifted her head, she looked at me and said, hold me, baby, for a little while. I held her close and kissed her eyelast kiss. I found the love that I knew I'd missed. And now she's gone, and even though I hold her tight, I lost the love of my life last night. Oh, where could my baby be? The Lord took her away from me. She's gone to heaven, so I've got to be good, so I can see my baby when I leave this world. Del Shannon, everybody. darling, love only you, always and forever, love will be true. Heart's an open book, having you to hold, always having you in my soul. I got a woman way across town, she's good to me. Oh, I got a woman way across town, she's good to me. Whoa, yeah, she's my baby, she's my wife. She got a love song. I got a woman way across town, she's good to me. Oh, that I got a woman, she way across town, she good to me. Oh, yeah. Whoa. How about that for old? Anyway, I hope that's what you were looking for. Something like that, anyway. Definitely getting copyright claimed tonight. Definitely. Aaron says, I wonder if Jake can play fast car. He can. Amanda says, right, Rich? Amy says, I've been so busy at work, I forgot to pee. My eyes were turning yellow. Gross. Yuck. Let me turn that noise compressor back on so you don't have to hear me breathing. Worked up a sweat on that one, y'all. Amanda says, LOL, Amy. Aaron says, Amy, you're funny. You are funny. Linda says, LOL, Amy. Amanda says, wolves, please, Jake. Okay. Amy says, if I'm not joking, I'd be crying. All right, since she bought me this guitar, I have to play her requests. So I'm going to do this one and then I'm going to stop. Charlie Barton and his family stopped in to say goodbye. Said the bank is taking over now. Last few years have been too dry. The one the wolf pulled down. There you go. All right. I hope you guys are having a good time tonight. I'm having a good time tonight. Are you having a good time tonight? Excellent. Let's see what we got going on here. Dakota Wright says, hey, friends. What's up, Dakota? Nice to see you. Amanda says, hi. Aaron says, I work with a guy. When he goes pee, he says, I gotta peel the banana. That's gross. So we know he's uncircumcised. How about that for work camaraderie? Next time, ask him who his moil is. Ninja says, what's happening? I don't know. What's happening with you? Dynamite. See, I'm old too. Amanda says, LOL, and ooh, Aaron. Rich says, Amy Elizabeth, it might be jaundice too. I hope not. It might be jaundice if your eyes are turning yellow. Yeah, that's probably bad. Your liver's dying on you. Aaron says, yes, we told him he can't say that. Right on. April says, that song was playing at my grandpa's funeral. Aw, nice. Amy says, it's not jaundice. I'm just overworked. Right on. Rich says, naked camel legs? You got pants on, Jake? No. I never have pants on. Unless I'm outside of the house. If I'm inside the house, I ain't wearing pants. Just wondering? Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Aaron says, ha. John says, young at heart. Right on. Dakota says, hey, Amy. Aaron says, cheese. Something or other. Hang on. Where'd it go? Cheesecake time. Oh, nice. Cheesecake. I had apple turnover. Cheesecake sounds good, too. April says, hi, Dakota. Amanda says, yummy. Aaron, we had apple turnovers. See? I told you. I don't lie. Dakota says, it's my birthday. My birthday is May 15th. All right. In 2 months, let us know. And happy birthday in 2 months. Aaron says, what's that? What's what? Apple turnover? It's like an apple pie, but smaller. And cinnamon and sugary. Like the thing they sell at McDonald's. Or the dollar store in the little half moon thing. Are they like McDonald's apple pies? Yes, they are. Aaron says, oh, dang, I need one. Nice. Go to Pizza Hut. They have them. And they're delicious. Amanda says, yep, dipped in cinnamon sugar. Delicious. Pizza Hut has them, see? April says, my grandson's birthday is May 18th, and my brother, Mike, he's on the 28th. Nice. Happy birthday all the way around on every day of the month, except for February 29th. You don't get a happy birthday. Aaron says, no, I want that. Right on. November rain. In the cold November rain. Actually, can't play that song, believe it or not. Dakota, I can't sing it, but I can play it. In the side of Eden, in the cold November rain. Yeah, I could do Knocking on Heaven's Door. That's one that's vocally possible. Dakota says, hey, John. And Amanda says, yep. I got them from Pizza Hut with our pizzas tonight. Nice. And April says, LOL, Jake. And Amanda says, 6 of them for $5. Yep, they're about that big and about that wide. And they're very sweet and juicy. Very nice. Dakota says, hey, Jake. What's up, Dakota? Nice to see you. Aaron says, I have a veggie. You have a veggie? You have a veggie? Do you need a tampon? What's going on with you, Aaron? I'm thinking that might be a different word, misspelled maybe. Ninja says, freestyle a song, including a Kawasaki Ninja in the lyrics. Freestyle a song? You're not even tipping me, and you want me to freestyle? Okay. Well, if I had money, tell you what I do. Go downtown, buy a ninja or two. I'm crazy about a ninja. I'm crazy about a ninja. Got a Kawasaki Ninja, gonna drive it up and down the road. Well, a girl I love stole her from a friend. She heard he had a ninja, and then she heard he had a ninja. I guess she had a ninja. Got a Kawasaki Ninja, gonna drive it up and down the road. There you go. John says, I'm getting new glasses on Friday, so getting rid of these milk bottle glasses. Cool. I didn't know you had milk bottle glasses. Now I'm going to make fun of you. Aaron says, a bakery close by? Sorry, autocorrect. Right on. a bakery close by, I have a veggie. That's a hell of an autocorrect there, Aaron. Rich says, Jake, I bet you would slay bad to the bone. On the day I was born, nurses all gathered round, gazed the wide wonder, the joy they had found. Head nurse said, better leave this one alone. He can play a mean guitar. He's bad to the bone. Bad. Bad to the bone. Yeah, I can do it. Patty says, if you love what you do, be happy. Just live the dream, man. I've been living the dream for 30 years. I ain't got there yet. Ninja says, I took on a new venture selling pocket knives. So far, so good. Awesome. That's not a bad deal. If you can find a clientele and you get good pocket knives, you can sell them because people like knives. Dakota says, hey, Patty. Monkey Juice says, ever hear of Retcher guitars? Just pick one up. A Retcher, Wratcher, or a Schecter, Scheter, something like that. I've never heard of a Retcher, but I have heard of a Schecter. That's what you're talking about. And those are good guitars. I don't know about a Rector. Never heard of one. Amanda says, hi, Monkey. And Monkey says, hello, Amanda. I just picked up this Takamine. It was a gift from my honey, and she's lovely. And the honey ain't bad either. Patty says, hey, Dakota. April says, hi, Monkey. Monkey says, hey, April. Patty says, my son wants to know if you can play Far Behind by Candlebox. I've never even heard Candlebox. I could play it, but I've never heard it before. Sorry. It's a little bit new for me. I'm old. We have to dig deep. The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla says, peace and live long and prosper. Hello, the Gypsy. Welcome to the show. Come on in. Take your shoes off. Request a song. I might even play it. The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. I like the name. Reminds me of something. Amanda says, hi, the Gypsy. Welcome. April says, welcome, Gypsy. Gypsy says, thank you and hello. Hello. Woohoo. All right. Patty says, this is a good song, Jake. Thank you, ma'am. I don't know which one you're referring to, but thank you. The Gypsy says, she drinks tequila and he talks dirty in Spanish. Something like that. April says, beautiful song. Right on. Patty says, bravo. And the Gypsy says, sounds great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you, where you're from, and what do you like, musically speaking? For Yourself says hello. Hey, For Yourself. Welcome to the show. Amanda says, hey, For Yourself. And this is a beautiful song, Jake. It makes it even better. And Jake makes it even better. Thank you, ma'am. Gypsy says, great song and well sung. Thank you, thank you. Well, I got it. Not wheel, well. Well, hell. Well. Amanda says, thank you, Jake. Absolutely beautiful. My pleasure, sweetie. Patty says, bravo, buddy. Thank you, Patty. Chat jumps like a mofo, doesn't it? Hump day. The Gypsy says, clappy, clappy, clappy. And John says, bravo, Jake, amazing. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Fap Daddy, what's up, buddy? He says, happy hump day. Do the Humpty Humpty. I do the Humpty dance. Right on. John says, hi, Dakota. And Amanda says, hi, Fab. You missed Jake's new toy. You like it. Well, here it is. I'll show it again. Look at that. Look at that beauty. This was a gift today that I got today. A gift from my honey. And I'm loving it. Loving every second of it. And I'm falling off my pedestal here. And John says, hey, Fab. For Yourself says, in brother's apartment, I made a rat friend. Even took a photo of it. Sweet. You made a friend? That's a rat. Hello, Rat Posse. Fab Daddy says, toys. I am a Toys R Us kid. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up on a play with toys like I did. Something or other. Something. Turn that frown upside down. Right, that might be a different toy. Amy says, turnovers are phyllo dough pastries dusted in cinnamon with a variety of fruit fillings. Right on. Get out of me. Amanda says, LOL, Fab is so Jake. He will show you in a minute. It's so Jake. The guitar is so Jake. Thank you. It is very me. The only thing that would make it more me is if it had a mustache. It does. Fab Daddy says, hey, John. April says, hi, Fab Daddy Love. And Amy says, VJJ. Fab Daddy says, hi, April. Miss Sweetie. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Amy says, your channel, Vanilla and Gorilla. Nice. Here's your channel. Everybody go over and check out Gypsy's Vanilla Gorilla and show her a little bit of love. Her, I assume it might be a he. Who knows? Fab Daddy says, good job, Amy. And the Gypsy says, thank you, Amy. Amy says, hang on. Amy says, if you sell pocket knives, be sure to add on the knife oil. Right on. It's necessary to keep them opening safely. Definitely give it some oil. Amy says, grape ape. I like grape ape. I missed that show. Captain Caveman. Space Ghost. I like Space Ghost. Gypsy says, my name is Jeff and Tammy from Ohio. So it's two people, not just one, Jeff and Tammy. Well, hello, Jeff and Tammy. Welcome. And I like Ohio. We like long walks on the beach and fireside talks, LOL. And we like normal stuff. Right on. I know somebody from Ohio. His name is David Allen Coe. Fab Daddy says, what kind? I am getting blinder every year. This is a Takamine G Series concert guitar, full size. Takamine. Lovely sounding guitar. Lake of Fire by Nirvana. Nirvana. About the only thing I can do with Nirvana is Teen Spirit. And, what is it? Paranoid? Something like that. Amanda says, nice, Gypsy, but what's normal? Cause ain't any of us here normal, right? We're not normal. This is a not normal space. Amy says, Jeff and Tammy, hi, neighbors from Indiana. Fab Daddy says, and is that spruce? Yes, sir. Spruce and mahogany. Handcrafted. It's middle of the road. It's not a very valuable guitar, but it's right there in the middle. It's about $900. We didn't pay that for it, but that's what it's worth. For Yourself says, retracted message. And Amanda says, Takamine, Fab. Fab says, oh, nice. Thank you. Gypsy says, they're Eagles. Take it easy. Take it easy, huh? Let me make sure my thingy's off. I don't know how much Eagles I could do. Y'all trying to get me banned, aren't you? I ain't making no money tonight. Well, I was running down the road trying to loosen my load. I had 7 women on my mind. One that wanna throw me, one that wanna blow me once, and she's a friend of mine. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels try to see me. Tighten up while you still can. Don't make it so hard to understand. So open up, I'm climbing in. Take it easy. Oh, yeah. Oh, wanna take it How about that? They do not like when you play Eagles tunes on YouTube, just so you know. So if I disappear tomorrow, feed Jake. And Amanda says, he's already blown his copyright tonight, so it won't matter now, Fab. Right on. Eagles music and YouTube don't get along, says Fab Daddy. True. But I love you guys, so I'll take the risk. Gypsy says, oh, yeah. Gypsy says, don't do Teen Spirit. Yuck. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, batshit crazy hits me with a $2 super chat. Poke Salad Annie. Poke Salad Annie. Hey, you got your granny. Yeah, I like Poke Salad Annie. I don't know the words to it, but I like it. Amy says, LOL, Nirvana mastered the art of singing with marbles in their mouths. Right? And Amanda says, thank you, batshit crazy. Amen, thank you. For yourself says, who is Gypsy? That name sounds familiar from a movie. Maybe. Called Pacific Rim. So there's a robot named Gypsy Danger. A Mark III mecha. Right on. Oh, thanks. No more Eagles. That sounded great. Thank you. Appreciate it. And that was a $2 super chat from Gypsy. Appreciate that. And that's your 20th super chat on the live stream, so you go. Congratulations. And this is not the Gypsy from the movie Pacific Rim. This is a Gypsy and Jeff and Tammy from Ohio. And they've got a vanilla gorilla for shizzle. And Amanda says, thank you, Gypsy. Batshit says, maybe 7 Spanish angels. He looked down and picked the gun up, lying on the in his hand. I can't live without my man. Seven Spanish angels in the altar of the sun. He said, Father, please forgive me, I'm in the valley of the gun. Well, when the battle stopped and the smoke cleared, there was thunder from the throne. Yeah, there were 7 Spanish angels, took another angel home. Shed a tear 'cause I'm missing you, and I'm still alright to smile. Girl, I think about you every day now. Was a time when I was unsure, but you set my mind at ease. There ain't no doubt that you were in my heart now. Said, woman, take it slow and your life will turn out fine. All we need is just a little patience. Said, sugar, turn around and your nights will work out fine. You and I've got what it takes to make it. We won't fake it. I will never break it. 'Cause I can't take it. Just a little patience. Yeah. Need a little patience. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A little patience. Yeah. I've been walking the streets at night, just trying to get it right. It's hard to see with so many around, and you know I don't like being stuck in a crowd, and the streets don't change, but maybe the name. I ain't got time for the game, but I need you. Yeah, yeah, but I need you. Oh, I need you. I need you. All this time. There you go. How about that for yourself? That's fucking crazy. Amanda says, good one, Bat. Patty says, can you do a little patience? There's a little patience. Amanda says, good one, Patty. Amy says, I'm going to cry. My husband used to sing patience to me. Aw. She got eyes that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where every day was as fresh as a bright blue sky. Now am I. How about that? I wish I could sing like I used to. I'd really play that song, but you know, I can only hit about half the notes, and that's good enough. Gypsy says, patience, that's our song. Facts, though. Well, I'm glad to do something you like. Ninja says, I paid for the Ninja song via Cash App. Thank you so much. That was awesome. My pleasure, sir. God bless you. Amanda says, oh, Amy, hugs. We love you, Amy. You know that. Amanda says, thanks, Ninja Man. Appreciate that. We are singing Patience Along, says Gypsy. All right. I'm talking to two people. It's like talking to somebody with a split personality. I am a redneck. I am a man. I drink Budweiser straight from the can. I watch the races whenever I can. My name is Jake Johnson, and I'm a NASCAR fan, boys. I'm a NASCAR fan, boys. I'm a NASCAR fan. I used to do that song on the radio. I worked at a place called Hank FM 94.7 FM here in North Carolina, and I worked for about a year there. And I would do that, and then I would write a song about NASCAR. And if you think it's hard writing songs, try to make something funny about NASCAR 52 times, because that's what I did. I did a whole year. Every Monday I would do a comedy about NASCAR with that hook. And it got pretty popular around here, but I did that for a while, and then they decided they weren't going to pay me, so I had to quit doing that. But that's my claim to fame. I was on the radio. Not the only claim to fame. I've done other things. April says, nice. Patty says, thank you, buddy. That was a request from my son. You're welcome, buddy. Good, buddy. You got your ears on. Come on back now. Amy says, anyone seen Axl Rose lately? He's really shed badly. Yes, I was flipping through cable about 4 years ago. We had direct TV in the house, and I was flipping through, and I come across this really nice stage. I mean, screens everywhere, high dollar, and there was a band playing, and they were playing a Guns N' Roses song, and I stopped, and I said, ooh, a Guns N' Roses cover band. Let me listen to this for a little while. There was some dude that looked like he stepped out of the Christmas Bride movie with all the skeletons. What's that movie? What's that guy? Tim Burton. Guy looked like he stepped out of a Tim Burton movie. There's another guy with a chicken bucket on his head. I was like, well, they sound pretty good for a cover band. I watched the whole thing. There was this little short fat guy with a handlebar mustache and a hat 3 sizes too big for his head, kind of getting close to what Axl might have sounded like if he had pneumonia. And I watched the whole thing thinking I was watching a cover band. It was called Chinese Democracy. It reminded me of the spaghetti incident, so I watched it. Anyway, come to find out, that was actually Guns N' Roses minus Slash. Those other 2 guys were to make up for Slash. Blew me away. I had no idea I was looking at the guy that I grew up idolizing, Axl Rose. That was not him. What happened to that guy? A lot of cocaine, I would imagine. It looks like it got shorter, too. He has really shed badly. Fab Daddy says, Whistling Dixie. Yep, I can do it. For Yourself says, I will never forget that song ever again. Right on, For Yourself. Amanda says, all them drugs catching up with him, Amy. John says, fantastic, Jake. Gonna say goodnight. See everyone Friday. Bless you all. Thank you, John. God bless you, sir. I'm not far behind you. It's 10:18, so I got to get up and go to work in the morning. I've made my $4. I'm going to bed. Batshit says, NDA, nada, the, dip it up, but up, boot up, beat it up, mooned up, ended up, but up, hey. Oh, sorry. Flashback. Summertime, in the summertime. Hold on, my chat jumped. I was just getting into that. Boy, it jumped a lot. I thought I was at the bottom. In the summertime, Bongo Jerry. Right on. I don't know who that is. Amy says, Amanda, Vince Neil isn't much better. No, he's got a pot belly. Them old rockers went back in the 80s when we were idolizing those guys, thinking, I want to be that when I grow up. We never imagined they would make it past 50, because that's not the look. I'm so glad Elvis died in his 40s. That's all I'm saying. Could you imagine if Elvis lived what he would be today? He'd be like at Vegas, and the one place that would still hire him, and there'd be scandals all over YouTube, and they'd be having, he'd be Me Too'd to death by all the young girls in Hollywood, and just, Jesus Christ. I'm so glad Elvis died. Somebody ought to do a show about what it would be like if Elvis lived. That would be an entertaining movie. Or a TV show. Get some old washed up fella like Kurt Russell to play him. Amanda says, good night, John. And right, Amy? Batshit says, peace, doves, white surrender flags, and peace again. Right on. Fab Daddy says, clappy, 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 turkey, 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 turkey. Diego says, hello, everyone. What's up, Diego? Linda says, awesome, Jake. Thank you, ma'am. April says, bravo. And Amanda says, hi, Diego. April says, hi, Diego. Diego says, solo quiero respirar, mi libtard. Hey, watch that mouth. That'll be enough of that language, mister. Amanda says, fat bottom girls. You gonna take me out tonight? You gonna hit the bonfire light? You gonna learn this damn song, fat bottom girls. You make the rockin' world go round. I was sitting with Miss Patty, she's a searching on that nanny. That girl, she made a big man out of me. Anyway. Yeah, that's a good song, too. Diego says something else in Spanish. April, heart. And Amanda says, English, Diego, it's the law of the land, sir. This is America. Speak English. Ninja Rider says, back in black. That's the wrong one, ain't it? Hard to do on an acoustic guitar, by the way. Back in black. I can't do it. That's it. That's all I could do. I'd have to have an electric guitar and my Marshall stack behind me, then I could pull it off. Can't do it with an acoustic guitar. These strings are hard to bend. I couldn't do that on an acoustic guitar. Diego says, I know, Amanda. Si, senor. Mi pepito es mucho grande. Amy says, preoccupied with llamas, Diego. Well, that came out of nowhere. You gonna let her talk to you like that? Diego says, I'm just playing. Chester Bon Jovial Smith. Gotta love the commitment. Well, thank you, Chester. I know a song about you, by the way. Welcome to the show. Come on in, take your shoes off. And I'm 90% commitment and 10% talent. Diego says, I'm just playing with y'all. Amanda says, hi, Chester. Welcome. Mr. P, there you are. Long time no see. He says, just stopping in to say hello. Much love, gang. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. We've been worried about you. You've been gone for so long. You don't call. You don't write. We was worried about you. Nice to see you. Diego says, nope, not preoccupied. Fab Daddy says, turkey, 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 turkey. And hi, Mr. P, says Amy. For yourself says, sir, I hope you would do moonwalk. Right on. I don't know what that is, but I like it. If you're talking about the move that Michael Jackson made famous, I could do that. Translation of what I wrote, says Diego. Right on. I heard something about a libtard. I know what that word means, even in Spanish. Amanda says, hi, Mr. P. We've been worried about you. You okay, man? And Diego says, I just want to breathe my liberty. Take a deep breath. Linda says, Mr. P, good to see you. I've missed you, heart. Right on. Diego says, without thinking or worrying about anything else. Mr. P says, yep, I started a new job is all. Don't have nights at all anymore. Well, we miss you, buddy. I hope you can jump back in at some point. We'll be thinking about you. You've been the topic of conversation a few times. Amanda says, oh, dang, Mr. P, we're glad you're here, and we miss you. April says, hi, John, good to see you. Missed you. How you been doing? Patty says, that sounds like some Billy String stuff. I like Billy Strings. He's a good dude. Mr. P says, I'll be back around more often after all this settles down, or after it all settles in. Well, that's good. Amanda says, Jake is jamming the hell out of that guitar. Thank you, ma'am. Linda says, oh, Mr. P, I hope you're doing good, and I like your new job. I hope you like your new job, but we really do miss you, heart. April says, yes, he is jamming that guitar. And Mr. P says, much love, Jake. Have a good one, y'all. Renewing his membership for 9 months. God bless you, Mr. P, and thank you very much. Diego says, Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow? Isn't that the movie with the one-armed man? Amy says, stepping out of a donut shop. What? Stepped out of a donut shop? I like it. Amanda says, woohoo, Mr. P, congratulations. And Diego says, a great horror film directed by Tim Burton. Oh, okay. Cool. Sleepy Hollow. Oh, yeah. I don't know how great it was, but it was all right. Sleepy Hollow. It was a good movie, I guess. It's been a long time since I've seen it. April says, woohoo, congrats, Mr. P, a.k.a. John, much love and hugs. Diego says, starring Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci, and Christopher Walken as the Headless Horseman. Nice. Ninja Rider says, I was on the radio one time. My mom said, get the hell off. You're going to break it. Right. Amanda says, LOL, Ninja. April says, LOL, Ninja. And Fat Daddy says, 2 and 5. Stay hydrated. And if you need a cup, you can buy one of Jake's. Right on. Thank you, Mr. Fab Daddy. And God bless you, sir. Have a good day. Linda says, LOL, Ninja. Amanda says, Ninja. Good night, Fab. Thanks. And Patty says, Ninja. Funny. Linda says, good night, Fab. April says, OMG, yes. Kendra Woods here. Hey, Kendra, how you doing? How you feeling today? She says, hey, y'all. Love y'all. Nice to see you, Kendra. I hope you're doing well. Amanda says, hi. And Amy says, Elvis isn't dead. He just went home. Men in Black quote. Right on. He's really an alien. That was the hinted part of that movie. Diego says, libtard means freedom. Or libertad. Libertad. I misread it. Sorry. Okay. It looks like libtard from here. You can understand the confusion. Easy mistake. Kendra says, hey, Amanda. And April says, Kendra, much love. Kendra says, it's been a good day. Excellent. It's been a good day for me, too. I got a nice gift. And I got a chainsaw coming. So that'll be a nice gift, too. I hadn't got it paid for yet, though. Amanda says, fat bottom girls are soft and cuddly. And warm, yes. Amanda says, good, Kendra, I hope you're getting better. And Kendra says, much love, April. And Ninja says, apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Well, I hear you. April says, Amanda, LOL, you got that right. All the boys looking at her, says Amanda. Well, I got a fat bottom girl right here, and she is lovely. I got fingerprints all over it because I oiled it up, and now it's got oil all over it. But that'll go away eventually. Ninja says she hit the floor shorty. She hit the floor shorty. Got low, 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 low. It's all about that bass, that bass, that bass. It's all about that bass. Amanda says, that's right, Ninja. Kendra says, I got to the doctor on Tuesday. Wish me luck. I got to go to the doctor on Tuesday. Wish me luck. I am afraid I'm going in on oxygen and waiting for a prescription. Well, good gracious. Well, we do wish you luck, and we hope that he has good news for you, and hope that he has a solution to whatever's going on with you. Amy says, prayers, Kendra. And Ninja says, heck yeah, pull them strings. Pull them strings. I'm trying, buddy. I'm trying. Amy says, I used to be a Johnny Depp fan until he got political. Yeah, I know. A lot of them have gone that way, and it's heartbreaking because a lot of them I love, like Robert De Niro. That guy's a lunatic. Lost all kinds of respect. Batshit Crazy says, Mongo Jerry 1970 band. Please check it out. I will. Mongo. Is that a Jerry Garcia thing? New job, $24 an hour. Sounds great, says Ninja. Right on. For Yourself says, sir, can you say he like Michael Jackson? He. Or maybe not, because you would feel weird, or you know the drill. Oh, I don't feel weird. I have no shame. For Yourself. Hi, I'm Jake Johnson, and I have absolutely, I'm not bashful in any way, shape, or form. You know, the only withstanding would be the limitations of my voice, and that's not because I wouldn't do it. It's because I can't make that noise with my face. But I love me some Michael Jackson. April says, good night, Fab Daddy Love. Amy says, chainsaw so he can saw some logs. Right. I got a whole bunch of them out in the front yard I need to cut. So I got me a brand new slightly used, nice chainsaw coming my way. Can't wait to get that and get to work. Earn this guitar I got in my lap. April says LOL. And Amanda says LOL Ninja. He never said floor right for the song. Or he even said floor right for the song. Floor. Everybody, I don't know what you're talking about. For Yourself says, guys, I'm not sleeping tonight because I have a baby brother to take care of. Well, you take care of that baby brother. Make sure he sleeps. Amanda says, yes, Amy. He can work on the yard. That's the whole point. And that's why we're getting it. I'm going to put this down. I'm at the bottom of the chat. Stay. All right. Apple Bottom Jeans song, Jake. I don't know that one. Are you talking about Fat Bottoms Girls? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, forget it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Tom Selleck still has my respect. You see what I'm wearing, don't you? I am a Tom Selleck fan. Yes. And I can pick a lock like nobody's business, even with Doberman pinchers barreling down on me. Yes, I said it. But I don't like the ocean, so we're there. And I have a ponytail. He couldn't pull a ponytail off, but he's 7 foot tall, so. For Yourself says, sir, can you say it again? My brother wants to hear you. He's making an edit. Hee hee. Hee hee. Hee hee. Make an edit. Spread the word. Share the video. If you make an edit with my face on it, put it on the internet so that other people can enjoy it. All right. I love you guys. Have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. I had so much fun. I hope you did too. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I love you. Good night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. See you next time.